The following 15-second radio play is a dramatization by professional actors based on real-life events.
Wow. Holy smokes. A Darth Vader gravy boat? Where did you get that?
I got that at GIRO. It used to say, may the sauce be with you when you pour it, but it doesn't do that anymore.
So beautiful.
Oh, the fantastic and practical things you can find at GIRO. GIRO, which stands for Gabriola Island Recycling Organization, has been a cherished island institution for over 30 years now. It's changed and expanded a lot over those years in keeping with the times and growth on the island, going from a free store where you would sometimes have to wake up a sleeping mouse to get at the used book you were reaching for, to a well-organized facility with fashionable presentation of used merchandise.
Oh, I got this at GIRO for sure. What a deal.
On this episode of Straight Outta Gabriola, I'm your roving reporter at GIRO, bugging some of the staff and customers on a Saturday afternoon. Open for 6 hours a day on Wednesdays and Saturdays, GIRO is a cultural institution as vital as any community's town square. It's a weekly ritual where islanders and visitors alike mix and mingle, share some laughs, get into all kinds of animated discussions, and find treasures from the cast-offs of others. It is perfect.
Look what I found at GIRO!
I got it at GIRO.
As GIRO manager Michelle Kresniak told me, everyone has a story about the GIRO magic. You know, where you think about what you need and you're asking someone about something that you've always been looking for, and sure enough, you go to GIRO and it shows up. And you always seem to run into old friends you may not have seen for a while. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Nancy. I'm lined up in the GIRO line.
And what are you after today?
I am meeting an old friend, and we are doing GIRO together and then going to picking damson plums from a friend's plum tree.
GIRO meet is to socialize and look for stuff. What are you thinking
Absolutely.
about today?
Well, it has to be really special because my house is completely furnished and renovated, and my closet is full of GIRO finds.
Right. You've been coming here for years and finding great stuff. Do you remember a real particular treasure that was one of your favorites?
My kitchen sink. Absolutely awesome. I was renovating the kitchen. I wanted a cruller sink, and there was one here with my name on it, and I bought it. And my friends who were visiting from Quebec said, "But you don't have a faucet." I said, "Oh, one will turn up." They came to GIRO and bought me the faucet.
Oh,
So,
see?
absolutely, and if you can't find it, you don't need it.
So you're on.
Amazing. Am I live?
Yeah, you're live.
This is Paula Brent coming to you live from the Gabriola Island Recycling Organization, also known as GIRO.
And what are you shopping for today? Did you have a list before you came, or do you just go on a regular browse and see what you can get?
A little bit of both.
Right.
I've got a loose list,
Okay.
and always open to what treasures I can discover.
Uh-huh. And I'm looking below here on your basket, and already I can see a collection of leis. You're planning something, aren't you?
This I picked up actually for the fire department, who is having a Corona theme party.
Ah, excellent.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, what else do you have?
I'm also hosting for my birthday a Flower Power Garden Party 70s theme thing Monday night. So sourcing some 70s vibe things that I can serve my super neon green jello with gross fruits floating around in there.
And GIRO provides. It's
GIRO
a good
provides.
place to come and get those kind of things.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, Paula.
Thanks.
Hey there, how are you doing today? I'm just here because I'm doing a little podcast, and I'm doing one today about I got it at GIRO. So I can
get it yet.
I know, so I can see you're intently looking at the pile that's probably going to end up in the metal bin.
Yes.
But what's on your list? What are you looking for today that you're so intently?
A rod that's going to fit that.
A rod that's going to fit that it's an
For a
axle
dolly.
of some. Oh, a dolly.
Yes. Yeah.
Is this your first trip here to look for that today, or you've been a few times to look?
Not for this, no.
No, this is just today's project. Is the dolly rod.
Yes.
Plus a few other ones that she's got lined up at home.
Oh yeah. So a few projects.
You know how it is. Well, Dad'll be home one of these days. He'll be.
GIRO is a self-funded nonprofit organization with most of the funding coming from the Restore, revenue generated from the recycling department, and through donations from Islanders.
I'm the front-line man for everything that comes in here.
John works at the donation receiving tables at the back end of GIRO. He sees everything that comes through. And is it a coincidence that this tall drink of water had his MP3 player playing a certain song in the background while I was chatting with him?
All the stuff you see, have you seen any like crazy treasure where you go, oh my God, I cannot believe this just came in?
Almost every day, almost every time.
Yeah.
But there is some exotic items that people have actually made here on Gabriel and brought it in.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's nothing on the planet that comes this close to that. But they bring in things, and they think it's treasure. They think it's really, and to me, it's okay, pretty bit tacky, but it belongs perfectly with gyro.
There's always going to be a spot in gyro for that, because someone is going to love that just as much as that person.
Exactly. So, yeah. It's not all the time.
Yeah. But anything really hop out, like that you can't get out of your brain that came in that you said?
Someone brought in, I think it was a dream catcher.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the, like, over the top.
Elaborate.
Everything that was come from the sea was added into this dream catcher. Shells, twigs, everything that you'd find on walking along was in this.
Yeah. So the important question comes is, did the person get all their dreams caught that were bad, and now they figure, okay, it's time to share the love and pass this on to someone else, maybe to catch their dreams that they don't want? Maybe.
Yeah. They didn't actually go into detail or anything about it, but yeah, it was a very unique item. But,
yeah. What about stuff that's come in where you go, whoa, like we're not taking a parakeet or anything crazy? Like, is anything coming where you have to stop them right away? Like, we can't take that.
Well, we do have a list of actual stuff that we cannot take simply because of recycling. But there is stuff like stuff that we're not able to recycle.
Yeah, but nothing where someone has stuffed something underneath the...
Oh yeah, they've tried that many times, and
yeah.
we still to this day have to actually stop people and go through their stuff,
right?
Because we've pretty much eliminated that.
Yeah, good.
Because
for
people
you.
have brought in clothes and stuck in stuff underneath the clothes, or the worst thing that we've seen for clothing is another reason why we have to check the bags.
Yeah,
is because someone brought in not only dog feces, but it was moldy dog feces in the clothing. So this is why we're taking steps to eliminating people trying to slough stuff onto us. And let us deal with it. Because they don't want to spend the extra few bucks to get it off island.
That's right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
quick way to absolve themselves of their guilt of dealing with all their trash. It's like, it's gyros now.
I got some texture, so I did the actual texture. It's very similar to that. I like this.
Hi there. Hi, sorry to bug you. There's an animated discussion about what you found, so can you tell me, what did you find today?
For sure. I found a little painting. What is this, oil?
Yeah, it looks like maybe acrylic or oil.
Yeah, it looks like acrylic. Acrylic painting of some birch trees in like 3 different colors, like red, blue, and green.
Yeah.
It was only $3, and the colors just seem like really vibrant and happy.
Look good on the wall is what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And did you? Is this a regular thing that you all come here to? Are you here for the summer, or how do you?
We're summer people.
Yes.
But we've never been to the gyro before, so this is exciting. Yeah. And we've been coming for like 10 summers.
And this is the first time to gyro. That is amazing, because most people, it's part of their regular routine. So now you're going to make it part of your routine, do you think, now you've come here?
I think so, yeah. We'll see.
It looks like some rackets have been maybe purchased today.
Rackets.
A wine rack for after tennis?
Actually, no, for curling irons. To store curling irons and flat irons.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah,
multi-purpose.
That's great. Okay, good. Thanks very much. Thanks. Hi, Irene.
Hi.
You went shopping today already?
I did. I picked up 4 old T-shirts from the recycle pile.
Oh, good.
That are, I guess, not good enough to be sold in the store anymore, but they're going to be woven into a floor mat that I'm making. So I'm going to take them home, cut them up, and put them in my floor mat.
Excellent. That's a good one. That's a good find. And now you're just doing a little browse around in the recycled metal section for anything that's coming to mind here on your list?
Anything that's interesting that can be added to a welded art piece that my husband is doing.
Lovely.
Because, it's Gabriel.
It is. That's right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much.
I don't know about you, but I've been to other recycling depots in other cities over the years, like one in Vancouver, which feels like you're crowded onto a train platform at midday in New Delhi. But here at GIRO, even when it gets super busy, the longtime staff and volunteers working at GIRO, and at the recycling drop-off areas in particular, try and keep it more chill. More like... yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Staff member Mike somehow maintains a smile through it all. Here he is.
Are people still diving in the metal bin? Do you still have to keep divers out? Because, I was known in the past to do it.
You were a diver?
I was a diver.
Yes. Unfortunately, we still have to keep the divers out because it is a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
WorkSafe BC has told us a lot of things that we used to allow are no longer allowed. So, put up all the new barriers, put up all the new signs, and it just isn't as much as fun or as dangerous as it used to be.
But still a great place for people to rummage around on these piles out here and dig through stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun listening to them talk about what they're looking for, why they're looking for it.
And
also whether or not they found it. I'm right over here with it.
Yeah, way to go.
Yeah, okay.
Good. Thanks, Mike.
Okay, what we got there?
I'm Chloe.
Chloe and?
Damon.
Damon. Why are you here today? What's bringing you on? Do you have a list in mind, or are you just doing one of the routines of your day to browse here?
Yeah, so we sort of have a list. We're looking for stuff to make our tiny house better. So we're looking for kind of like a little sink for our outhouse. So we're looking for a counter for our kitchen, that sort of stuff. And I found a hammer.
So you can start building.
Exactly. I really, really like that the island recycles.
Yeah, that is good.
I really want to keep everything that's kind of usable on the island in use.
Exactly. Yeah. Good stuff. Okay. I notice you seem to be quite savvy shoppers. You're really gleaning the racks here. So what brought you in, and what are you looking for today?
We just have a habit of coming here every week.
Okay.
During our off days to check out what's available and go for it.
All right. Yeah. And you're finding anything good today? I see you've got something here.
Finding the odd thing here or there. We're only on the island for a few weeks, so it'll be our routine. I think this will be our last time here for this round.
Do I even need to introduce recycling master Dean Clark? He's been at GIRO almost from the get-go, and not only is he nicknamed Depot Dean by many people on the island, he's also, of course, the only Dean from Mudge Island and the co-host of the Thursday morning blues, roots, music, and island news weekly radio program on CHLY-FM called The Morning Fog. And he also happens to curate one of the most beloved tourist attractions on the island, right up there with Malaspina Galleries and sunsets at Olar Point. It's his display of collectible figures. Though not currently viewable to the public because of pandemic restrictions, I got a special media pass
that you're
to have
the
a
only
look.
Dean from Mudge. Mm-hmm. And famously, of course, for the show The Morning Fog with DJ P-Star and the yet-to-be-named Smokehouse.
Yeah.
He's kind of like Prince now, right?
Yeah, the artist formerly known as
Smokehouse.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're also, of course, probably the only Dean here at GIRO as well.
On staff, yes.
On staff,
yes.
Okay. Before pandemic, it was always a lovely spot to come in here, see Dean, and take a look at this amazing collection of collectibles you've got on the shelf here. Tell me a little bit about it.
Started small. I only had like a couple of shelves to begin with, and it's just really a piece of plywood, and little figurines would come in. Certainly some that I remembered as a kid growing up. There was like the glow in the dark Creature from the Black Lagoon and Phantom of the Opera, solid plastic ones.
Yeah,
and it just kind of blossomed from that. The more I set up. It was a bit of a problem early on because the mice would come through, and it would take me so long to get them to stand up.
Yeah.
And then a mouse would run, and there'd be guys crash down all over the place. But then after a while, people started, bringing things to me.
Yeah. They saw it, were inspired by it.
Yeah. So it's now four shelves. The bottom shelf's a little disarray.
Yeah.
And then, the posters and everything else around
have come in as well.
And then the books and some of the other odd things that come through the depot.
Googly-eyed Madonna.
Googly-eyed Madonna.
Yeah.
At the Roman, or the
a little bit of Roman rudeness.
There's some wrestling, old style wrestling.
Could be the last days of Pompeii right there. Yeah. A bad yank on the old John Thomas. And
there's a couple of them going on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, over the years, like I said, some people were inspired. Like there's a couple that come in boxes. There's the David Bowie Labyrinth character in full box with a nice cod piece. David Bowie's packing.
David packing. What one stand out for you as some of your most treasured that you really?
I don't know. Like the robot from My Favorite. Is that My Favorite Martian?
Yeah, I think it is.
That's a giant Pez dispenser.
Oh, wow.
Like it's like a brick. I don't know how you get that.
Yeah.
Some of the stars. The group of Kiss Pez dispensers.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's all sorts of crazy old body type of risque, I guess, characters and everything. I'm a comic book guy, so there's probably about 15 Spider-Mans up there.
Yeah, kind of to see a few Batmans in the collection too
and stuff. So it's like I said, things kept coming back to me, and after a while, I had to start culling the herd, so to speak, just to make it a little bit easier to manage. But like the Smurfs stuff that once again I grew up with.
Yeah.
And then things you just kind of go, wow, I didn't know, because there's stuff up here that looks really old, but actually is not. Like some of the models and stuff, like the Planet of the Apes model, Dr. Zeus. That's old. That's the old.
Right.
Planet of the Apes.
The original Damn You All to Hell.
Yeah,
right?
But I don't think it... I think it was from 2000, that model. So it's been around for a bit. The Captain America, those are flip-flops.
Oh, oh yeah. And still not removed from the packhad which means that this is potentially a high price item on
who knows? I've had a couple of starry-eyed kids come in and look at the stuff, and I've made a couple of deals over the years for kids jonesing or looking to extend their own collection and stuff. It just kind of started to be fun, and even one of the ladies around back has got a smaller table that she's got little figurines on, and it's just something that we like. So much stuff comes through here.
Yeah, exactly.
So much stuff triggers, whether it's a memory from years ago or what. But it was,
exactly. And it's a nice thing for people to look in and revisit. We've even got Lisa Simpson with a recycling symbol.
There is a recycled vehicle in here somewhere. I think up top there. There's a recycled.
Recycled. Oh, that's great. Yeah. And I see you've got Calgary Flames here.
Yes.
Any Stampeders little?
I don't know if there are any Stampeder guys.
It's a gap. It's a gap in the marketplace.
You don't get too many CFL figurine stuff. There's certainly Wayne Gretzky in Ranger uniform.
The Ranger uniform,
and then I think you got Jim McMahon.
Yeah.
I think that's supposed to be Mike Ditka.
I'm looking forward to when the pandemic relaxes enough so that more people can come in and see this once again and have a little memory.
And it's just like the posters in here kind of make it a bit. It's an old secondhand store, so it was something that we always decided to hold on to some stuff.
Yeah. I'm doing a podcast about people finding stuff at GIRO.
Oh, yes.
So I'm hoping I could ask you a couple questions.
What is your name?
Ken.
Ken Gur.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm from Ontario and I see your podcast.
Oh, there you go.
So,
okay.
yeah.
So this is. So you're here visiting for the summer? Is that what you are doing?
Well, we have a house here and we're just going back and forth and just making sure it's okay.
And of course you're here and you have to go to GIRO on a Saturday.
Yes, yeah.
And so were you just doing a browse or did you have specific things on your list you were trying to get to do?
Oh, just recycling. And then Gabriel, maybe you should talk to
Hey,
Mr.
Gabriel.
Gur here.
Hi.
Because Gabriel's interest is what? What do you like to buy here?
Oh yeah, lots of DVDs of movies, eh? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like you've got quite a collection here already, it looks like, eh? Planet Earth, holy smokes. You could find a lot here, eh? It's a pretty good place to get movies.
Yes. Well, it's tough because you've got $20, eh, Gabriel, and this surpasses it.
Okay.
So GIRO's good, but some tough decision making.
Decisions to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the process right.
Hi there. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What brought you here today?
I had to recycle stuff, and my niece is here.
Right.
And she's a total thrift store gal.
Right.
And she is thrilled to come here, so I'm happy to be able to tell her that I'm going over there. Do you want to come with me?
Right on.
My name's Robert.
Robert. Hi, Robert. So you always do a browse through in the store?
Yeah, I do.
You always do a kick around on the metal bin too, maybe? And
Here's a little question. I've been reading about William Morris lately. You know William Morris? Yeah. So here is a cushion that has a William Morris pattern on it. That's his woodpecker.
Yes.
Yeah, so how cool is that?
Yeah, you're reading about it, you come in here, you find the
There you
color.
go.
Thematically, you're tying in beautifully.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's great. Great, thank you.
This is a pile of stuff for the upcycle for the fashion show.
Yeah, so you can grab anything you want here.
But I don't know if, how big do I need to make it? And do I need to model it? I don't want to model it. I just want to make it.
Yeah, you can just make it and for your own enjoyment. So what brings you here to GIRO today? What else are you looking at?
Well, I came here to find a piece of silk to make a sleeping bag liner.
Oh, yeah.
But I got distracted by this pile of stuff for the fashion show. And I'm thinking I might make something for the fashion show.
Right.
But it's going to be here a while. There's a lot of stuff to upcycle.
My question for you and your daughter is, what brought you here today? Are you regular attenders of GIRO?
So we're actually we're having a bit of a family reunion on the island, and I used to come here a lot last year, and yeah, it was just always a fun place to check out, and we've got a few good things here before.
Yeah. Anything in mind today that you're looking for?
What do you think, Harlan?
Not much.
Yeah, you'll just see what's in there. Maybe get a few toys. There's some toys, some DVDs, some books.
Totally.
Right? Pick up any fashion items here.
No, I've heard there's this fashion show with Paul Manley in it.
Yes, I know.
We missed out on the tickets.
Yeah, there was a hot ticket. It sold out really quickly.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Well,
good. So family reunion, part of the routine. Just come
totally.
down to GIRO and
Go
check
to
it out.
the farmer's market, check out GIRO. It's what you got to do on a Saturday afternoon.
All right, way to go. Thanks. Oh, I didn't get your name.
My name's Lexi.
Lexi, okay, thank you.
Fashion show on Sunday. GIRO manager Michelle sat down with me for a few minutes so I could find out a little bit more about the return of this annual fundraising event for the organization and the C2C program and the philosophy behind it all. It was so nice of her to take a breather from her hectic day, and you can hear lovely musician Tiff playing in the background as she was busking at GIRO when we were talking.
So tomorrow is the C2C Threads fashion show, which it was a hot ticket on the island. It sold out incredibly quickly, so people are all charged up about it. So tell me a little bit about what C2C means, and then also just the the overriding, how that feeds into the overriding long-term vision for GIRO. Yeah.
Okay, so C2C is born out of the philosophy of cradle to cradle instead of cradle to grave.
Right.
So most sort of linear economy of, take, make, waste is along the lines of cradle to grave. Something is extracted as a resource, it's manufactured into a product, and then, it gets shipped somewhere, we buy it, without really knowing the hidden costs of, what has happened to make that product. And then we keep it for an amount of time and it breaks or it wears out pretty fast because of the poor quality of how it's been manufactured. And so then people dispose of it. And then, it's incinerated or it's landfilled. So that's the sort of cradle-to-grave philosophy. Yeah. So cradle-to-cradle is going against that theme and instead is thinking of a circular loop. That whatever is made with quality, so it's physically durable, it's emotionally durable, which is thinking of something being made to stay relevant for a long time rather than just a fast fashion type piece, or any product that's made is built to last, that people will look at it and say, yeah, I need that and I would use that for many years, or I look at that and it's aesthetically beautiful and will stay relevant for a long time.
Right.
So that, and when it does eventually wear out, we would build into it a repair option, so you can get parts for it, or you can return it and we will restuff it for you or recover it for you so that it can be continually repaired. And when it does eventually meet the end of its life, we would take it back and put it back into a circular loop of recycling.
Okay, and we've seen glimmers of that in other jurisdictions, other countries, where they're trying to do that, more of a repair culture, and it is been a grassroots momentum thing that obviously, I mean, it would be so much easier. I mean, culturally, Gabrielans seem to be wired for that kind of thing overall, but wouldn't it be so much easier if finally government policy would catch up and demand it of manufacturers and of producers of plastic containers and all that thing, to say, you've got so many years and you've got to get this down and we've got to change this. I mean, that has to happen, right?
That's certainly, I think it's like a combined effort where you've got it coming down from the top, from government, where there's really strong regulations around what can be manufactured, how it's manufactured, how it's not at the expense of a minority group, where the people who are making it, that they're being paid a fair wage, that what are all the hidden costs, and that you can no longer hide those costs. Everything has to be very transparent.
Right.
So corporations have to be much more heavily regulated, so that they are not allowed to just make crap anymore that we then have to try and do something with at the end of its life. So if that body gets more heavily regulated, then I think we should be able to change the system, and I think that is essentially the system is obviously broken, but it's so institutionalized now as a system, that linear economy, that to change it takes such a change on many, many levels, not just at the top with what government need to do to push to make it happen, but also to the corporations themselves. They have to change their infrastructure around how they extract resources, how they treat a community where they're expecting them to manufacture those goods. What's used to make them? Is it polluting the water where those people live? Like, there's so many elements where the hidden costs come at a huge expense to that community, as well as to the resources themselves.
Right.
So, to move away from that, to change the whole system, is fraught with challenges. And the C2C initiative that we've been working on for the last 8-9 months, there has been a constant set of challenges, because we're essentially trying to change a system.
Right.
So to do that, you've got to work with all levels. You've got to work with the community to raise awareness around the fact that the system is broken for this industry, the textile industry, highlight all the areas where
as a community, we need to be aware of what the issues are and ask the community to engage with us to help find solutions. And because this grassroots community here is pretty solid and resourceful and resilient, they are excited to be a part of the solution. Yeah. And that's a key part of the process being a success, to changing it. If you can get people really buying into passionately wanting to change the system, then I think you're halfway there. Yeah. If you get the buy-in from as many people as possible around, this is what we're going to try and do, will you support it, and how will you support it, then I think you can make that change then. Yeah, you can be a change maker for a system that's not working.
And what a beautiful, fun example it is to have the fashion show as a way to demonstrate that by upcycling old fabric and saying we don't have to go keep buying more crappy fast fashion.
Exactly.
We can, and it just unleashes creativity and beauty and all kinds of ways.
I think the fashion show will be a really amazing event to celebrate what fashion can be, and how to repurpose, reimagine textiles that you thought were waste, and reimagine them into something really beautiful and upcycled. And I think the community are so excited about, showcasing what their talents are. Because there's a lot of tailors and sewers and, designers right here on Gabriola that are already doing that.
My family was fast enough to score tickets to the C2C GIRO fashion show and auction, and it was a great success. I had posted a photo of 2 of the supermodels on this show's website, and I'm sure there'll be others on the GIRO website and social media in the days ahead.
Beach glass in it when we go on walk. Emma, look at this. This person's made out of straw. Look at this person, it's entirely made of straw.
Okay. Can you tell? Do any kids want to go outside?
Yeah. I can ride a bicycle.
I don't know if you can just ride their bicycle.
Managed to find any good breeds in here?
Oh, I'm looking for some advice.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of likes mysteries.
This is under action adventure.
Gay, you're a regular GIRO goer. Do you come here quite often?
Mostly to bring the boxes of my jars of jam, right? Because my little jam business.
Yeah.
If I could find some cake tins, I'd be very happy.
Oh.
Christmas cake tins, that's
Christmas
what
cake.
I need.
Okay, that's
Christmas
on the
cake
checklist.
tins, that's on. I'm always looking for those.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to pay anybody or exchange for Christmas cake. You know the old-fashioned ones, the big square 8-inch. That's what I need.
So there you go. Gay has put it out there. Let's see if that GIRO magic provides once again. Thanks to all the folks at GIRO, and thank you for listening. I'm your host, Ken Gurr. Bye for now.
And you'd also see people walking around with your coat or
Absolutely, and it's good
which
to
is a
always
beautiful
see.
thing. Because, you can kind of say, hey, that looks good on you.
Good style.
Good style, yeah, good style. I love it.
But hopefully it's not someone's gift they gave you, and then the next week it's